who is in. Appreciate everybody who's jumped in to support the channel in the last several streams since we've been doing more Scourge of War. That's been pretty fun to watch. The VODs are just going absolutely bonkers. So you can bet that we'll be doing plenty more Scourge of War. And I've got a cool plan set up for Friday night, by the way. We got a good one. So this division commander can't even get back to his division here under Cullum. And his troops are way the heck over here. So that's going to be a little bit of a problem for us right off the rip here. We'll have to just deal with that. Yes, all right. We got a few folks who are in already this evening. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day to you, gentlemen. Welcome in. We face some interesting circumstances here, I will say. Let's see what we can just kind of scare up with some of these troops. We got 17 entrenchment points to work with. With Bayard's Corps out front over here. I'm tempted. I'm tempted to use this as bait and just put a weak force over here. Like have Sanford's division, just have them manning this area here with some artillery. Just put the artillery right here looking down the road. Have some troops here. Get some more in the woods. Have some more in this field, kind of like this. And then I think maybe we even do what we do here, some breastworks, so we can do it on the cheap. Right here. Sanford's division will use these. You can't upgrade breastworks, though, which is kind of a bummer. But it won't be that strong of a position. As a matter of fact, let's take this unit. Let's put them here. Let's have this unit be here. Right. This one be right on the apex. This one scooch in a bit. Place them perfectly. Okay, so we got Sanford's division in a position to cover this road here. And a flanking move, which I do expect because they're coming on here. Right? Would love to go down and just guard the crossings, but they're coming on. Ooh, they might come on here. So, you're not sure. So I would say, from a narrative perspective, half of Bayard's Corps was sent forward as kind of a recon and force maybe here and kind of got caught out. Lyon's division. We'll have these forces up like so. For starters, then we'll look at a detailed terrain situation. I think with 8.7 we could do some more parapets up here that are limited in size and scope, but this is a stone wall. Oh, okay. Interesting. So never mind on that. So we could hold all on this stone wall right here. Just have troops ready to move out. So boom. And then this brigade could be set up right here. This brigade could be set up here ready to go with, this is all Lyon's division. Cullum's division, he's going to just come, he's going to be beating the pavement to get back to his troops who are trying to make their way forward, let's say. Let's put column on a columns. And let's say he's got troops that are coming down this way, trying to race down toward him. He came down for a conference with the Corps Commander Bayard. Find out more about where the rebels are hiding. We don't have any cavalry with us. Gibbs Cavalry has... oh, this is just it. Okay. All we will have is the reserve. Where is Mansfield? Okay. Let's bring these troops down if we can. I didn't know we had those. All right, so Cadwalader and the Army HQ, please. Let's have these guns come on down right here. Hope everybody's Wednesday night is going all right. Let me know what you were up to today in the chat. Any big news, any big items, any big, any big stuff happen for anybody, man? Kurt's Storehouse. That looks like a place where we could probably set up a nice little defensive line along this railroad embankment. And then build some breastworks down here to kind of go like this. That swamp, that'll be rough for anybody to try to actually get through. We'll have Nagel's division up. They'll have artillery support right there. Pardon me. Right there. Get a brigade there to support them. Got them there. Got those boys there. There's Nagel. And then you've got Heinzelman's division right here. Mansfield's Corps. Oh, okay. So we do have the whole army on. And we're not going to get the Army of the Cumberland until when? 18 hours. Oh, sweet. So they're going to get here tomorrow like midday. We'll be able to redeploy. So it's almost, it's evening time right now. That's good news. So Mansfield's troops are all over here and over here. So we'll put Mansfield right there. Okay, we got cavalry to place. Probably put Davis's cavalry kind of up in this field right here, I'd say, with scouts out. Barnes' cavalry also on the left. Probably going to punch him out this way somewhere. But for now, we're going to tuck him in these woods right here. All right, now the Major General is going to be near the victory location. I want him close to his cav so he can get orders to him quickly. We'll have more artillery in reserve. Oh, God, they can't see a darn thing back here, can they? Sheesh. That's better. Let's have some here. We'll want to try and examine kind of more closely what kind of guns we've got here, what we're working with. Can we not? How can we not see there? That's crazy. Okay, they corrected. Now, will we be able to see from here? Yes, sir, right there. That's perfect. All right, Heinzelman, let's get you out in the line, sir. Right up against the railroad bed there. Bayard will be kind of fighting withdrawal. Swift Branch ends up being the anchor of the right flank of the army. I think is how we're going to set this up here. First moves are going to be with Cav out this way, Bayard continuing to set up this way. We have at 3.9 more points of entrenchments to use. So I suppose I'd say it would be smart for us to just go ahead and we'll do breastworks that kind of go like that. We'll have this unit put some skirmishers out that go there. We'll have the rest of these units do the same. Here, here. And in honor of the latest video release, although this is a pretty important battle, excuse me, the last video that I just released, the very latest one, just dropped earlier today. It's about the Battle of Jackson North, involving these two same armies, but earlier on in the campaign season in March. Right now it's June, late June. That battle was, lose my train of thought right there. Essentially talking about how the army, oh shoot, I lost my train of thought. I don't remember what I was talking about. But these two armies have fought over and over and over again. And we keep whipping them. I think we're going to take Bayard and, like I said, do kind of a fighting pullback. Got all of our troops set out. I think we put Mansfield closer to this side. I think we take Sanford's division and we detach it. Got our skirmishers out across the line everywhere. We're going to have him throw some skirmishers out in front of his column. Oh, AI, leaving it up to the AI. That was what I was talking about. In the last battle that I just dropped, these two armies fighting each other at Jackson North, a real woody, it was on the Shiloh battlefield. So you can imagine the type of terrain we were fighting in. It was fun to just push an attack forward, and I did order by the division, and each of the division commanders did pretty well, and the corps commanders too, in carrying out my designs. I was happy with that. All right, we're going to go ahead and push play on this thing. Let's go. All right. These boys need to get skirmishers out. Burton's brigade on the stone wall here. McConnell's brigade on the stone wall here. We do skirmishers from Burton. They are going to come back to town if I can. Right here. And then we'll deploy the rest of the skirmishers when we get over there. Okay, this column, let's come down here. Cullum getting his troops moving. Let's come down here. And this Cav right down there. Don't see any dust really out here. And I'm not, like I said, I think I've started a new home rule here I'm going to stick with. And that is I'm not going to look way far out in the distance to see who's where and what they're doing. All right, so we'll have Mansfield we'll go ahead and do this. We'll set him in a defend. Sanford, Nagel, Heinzelman. Probably, I think I'll probably continue to micro Lyon and Cullum so that I can engineer a fallback through Danville. Maybe this is the Battle of Danville eventually. We'll see. Pontoon ready. Engineers from my infantry have successfully assembled the pontoon you ordered. The pontoon is ready to support crossings by troops. Really? Where could we do that? Right there. Ooh, okay. Maybe the Rebs did it. Are we defending officially? Yeah. So they have the burden of coming to get us. Let's get back out in line with Barnes' troops as they move ahead. A little tit for, or a little feel around. Check them out. Ring around the rosy. Hey, all right. Well, you're welcome. You're welcome, sir. I hope you continue to enjoy your black powder gaming magic, courtesy of the good folks at Norbsofdev. They have a hell of a game there. It's a shame more people don't know about it. Know what I'm saying? Skirmishers out. Okay, I see the Rebs, dust clouds, moving this way. And I do believe it's going to be dark before long. And we'll be able to redeploy. I think they're all over there. We'll be able to redeploy quickly and get reset for a fight. Ooh. Wow, all through here. Possibly maybe through here. We'll see where we can deploy coming up here. If we can flank with Bayard's whole corps or something, that would be kind of cool. Let's see about perks. Here we go. Dylan. Skill in using terrain for concealed levels up skirmishing. Yeah, let's do that. Here we go. Deadly volley would be good for this battle for sure. You, same thing. All right. Getting perks where we can. Sweet. Let's get these skirmishers a little further out front. Right there. So now that they're not bringing anybody on this side of the river, I am tempted. Excuse my tummy. I certainly am tempted to try for a flanking move. That might be fun. Because we've got the Army of the Cumberland coming. Oh, we didn't ask, or we didn't check where they're coming from. Where are they going to enter from now? Arrive from south. Here. I think. Wow. So we could push across these two crossings here and lay the Army of the Cumberland on their flank. That may be what we ultimately do. I think that's what that is, south entry. Pretty sure. Yeah, this is meant to be south. Okay. Boom. right? Very interesting battlefront, I would say. I think that that's kind of cool looking. All right, these guys get back out into line. Same for these boys here. Tell you what we'll do. One of these gun batteries is going to move up here to these high hills and take a position up here with that infantry for the time being as we get into the late evening time and on into the night. We can see the Rebs making their march. Should be an interesting battle tonight, gentlemen. All right, Cullum's division. Let's bring them right there. Push these guys up to the railroad embankment there. Scouts out. Have the Rebs camping in these woods is where they'll be. They can see me moving here. That's a big column of them. Cavalry up front. Pretty sure of it. This would be fun in a multiplayer environment to have the dust clouds. You know, if you got smart and sly and clever enough to where you could do a demonstration, you know, on the flank and make them think that they've got something and change the way that they're doing things in terms of the other player. I love that aspect of the dust clouds for that. On the other hand, I've mentioned before, it feels like it would hurt the element of surprise for a big flanking move. There's probably a way to do it, though, and do it right. So we're going to be working a minor victory. Right. Oh, would you look at that? That railroad bridge has been destroyed. That's kind of cool. Huh. Neat feature of this battlefield. Eagle Creek. Maybe call it the Battle of Eagle Creek. Who knows? All right. All set up here.
Check your weapons. Keep them clean.
Here we are with Davis's cavalry. Still yet to upgrade their weapons. Gonna need to do that. One of these days. One of these streams coming up. It'll be time to actually address that with both of them. Barnes? No, he's got the Smith carbines. Okay. Okay, we got infantry. Might have an engagement here. Pull the scouts in. Dismount. Loose order. You boys, same. Then get up. Are they already on the railroad embankment? Please. Fantastic. All right, now spook them. Let's get over here. If they want to come plodding through these woods tonight, they can be my guest. I would be very surprised if they just left us sitting here on their flank over here like this. That would be surprising. I don't want to move a muscle and tip them off that I'm over here. Maybe we trick the AI entirely. Maybe we let Bayard's Corps be the one that swoops in from behind. But I would say I think we could probably get Heinzelman's troops on the move. Just set them up, say right about there. With Fife's artillery. Say they move here. What? They're going to use the trail right here? Really? If they try to attack across this, I'm going to be real surprised by that. But that would be, I guess, a place to attack. All right, we could raid their artillery right here. Let's mount up. Attack column. And then let's come out here. Right here. Double time. Boy, they're going to find some trouble down here, man. They're going to find some trouble. Got a whole division coming down this way. It looks like their whole army, by God, is coming down this way. Wow. All right, Davis. Let's fold his cav in. And let's just bring them here. Okay, Lucas's brigade. Occupy a new line here. Broadhead's brigade. Reposition here. These guns. Open fire. Let them know we're here. Okay, end of day. Here we go. Good deal. All right, 0500 the next morning. July the 1st. Wow. Get both of our cavalry units out of here. Whew. Watch out, boys. All right, so now we have still an interesting situation, to say the least. The Rebs moving hard on the left. We've got another 5.5 points to use for entrenchments. I'd say we do this to them for sure. We'll just go bump right to there. We're going to throw the cannons right on it. I'm going to throw skirmishers right on the cannons to help. The brigades. Let's go. The best brigade we've got will be here. These artillery. Let's put them here for now. Another day's deployment as the fighting looks to intensify. Let's do this. They're going to be coming across here too, right? So we could do some more breastworks. Right along here. Just like that. Get our skirmishers out in front. Where are these guys? Bring them back. Can't do it. Okay, they must be there. These skirmishers and this brigade will form up like so and be here like so with the skirmishers out front, double protecting the cannons. At these crossings, okay, Heinzelman was going to continue moving toward the left. Mansfield stays about like here. How far can we see from here? How about here? Ooh, that's actually not bad. Right there. That'll squeeze them. That'll funnel them in. Right? We can see even more of them from over here. This isn't a bad spot. Bingo. Cool. Cool, I like it. Let's have these boys go, say right about here, have the cav protecting them on this side. So there's Nagel's division, guarding the crossing right in the center. Those sly Rebs, going to use it. So what we'll do is we'll fold Bayard's division in like we were planning on doing. Heinzelman here. He goes where he was going to go, except no. He goes here now. I think that's right. Lion, let's pick him up. We'll fight these woods if we have to. Neil. Let's put him out right there. Let's have these skirmishers come into the woods here. Bayard's Corps will basically anchor the right flank of the Army of the Mississippi back here on Swift Branch. Cullum's division will be right here, kind of like that. The Cav still watching the left. And this being kind of the Fortress Nagel, if you will. Cutter, welcome on in. Grouse, same. Yeah, baby, now we're cooking. Hey, boys, it's good to have you in, as always. Sorry I didn't get to your chats there sooner. dialed in on this deployment tonight, boys. We got trouble outside Memphis, Tennessee. The rebels are on the warpath. Now, it may be smart to take Bayard and instead of having him over here, stack him up over here in these woods. I think that may be smarter. Have Cullum be here. Let's get those skirmishers back. Fife's artillery comes, yeah, here. God dang, they can't see anything. Now they can. Right there. And yeah, Heinzelman's there to cover all this. Skirmishers are out. And I think, again, honoring what I was talking about before, I think what I want to try to do is I want to give the AI commanders some orders and trust and hope, anyway, that they will carry them out. And I'll tell you what, I think these guys should actually be over here. Like that. Nagel will be under some pressure to hold over here, but he'll have a swamp helping him, of course. And kind of allow for the AI to make its mistakes. You can weave a little story around it. I think a little bit better that way. I like it for that. Let's get a little more particular with our brigade placement right here, and right here. These boys all laying down. And I think that'll work. And what we'll end up doing, I believe, is we're going to have the entire Army of the Cumberland, which is going to be, you'll love this, Grau, if this is your first time jumping in on my Grand Tactician stuff. Waterloo? Yeah, okay. Hey, I feel you, man. The way that this, I don't know how much experience you have with Grand Tactician, but we've got the Army of the Cumberland that will be here in 7 hours, so about noon, with 2 more divisions and about 10 to 13,000 men here, I believe, marching through Danville and around this side of the Confederate Army. And that could make for a really interesting little finish. I think we pretty much have this thing figured. We got the roads protected that we want to protect back to supply areas. Maybe this ends up being a multi-day deal. Only 0.2 points left. Let's go. Here we go, boys. Here we go. Let's bring these boys forward. All right, we're going to be waylaying them down here. For starters, at 0500. Road Dog, welcome in. Hey, love seeing you in every time, brother. All my recruit and veteran members, you boys are welcome, most welcome. Let's see, do we have the ability to throw skirmish? Yeah, okay. Good. Let's do these boys. Skirmishers. Still see Rebs moving this way down the road in their rear there. I got a feeling like we're going to have just a little artillery fart around over this way. We're just going to be pot-shotting Rebs to death. Where are our skirmishers over here, damn it? All right, now, what we need to do for sure is get scouts out on the left. We need to keep an eye out. They might plan to do on this side. I think I want to take this division. I want to post them here like this. Better flanking position. Carney skirmishers, huh? Let's throw them out there. Fine. All right, so they're going to try to come over here and cross. And that's the one spot. That's why I moved these fellas over here like that. And as a matter of fact, I think this brigade is also going to do that. We're just going to stack right up over here. Dunk. Just like that. And we'll have the skirmishers out front ready to fire down. If and or when they decide to make the crossing. Looks like they probably will. Probably going to be under artillery fire the whole time. Now, what may end up happening, is happens from time to time in this game, is the AI ends up trying to make a crossing like this, you know, and they can't figure it out. As the Union this time, in this Grand Tactician campaign, this is about a 2-year-long project. I've been going on this for a long time. I put so many hours into the crafting of the armies, the trying to keep the battles fresh and new and interesting. It's not easy to do with the AI that that you're working with a little bit, but it's been a fun campaign thus far, man. We're on the winning side of things right now. I'm not totally sure that this thing is going to end in a victory. I'm pretty confident, though. The Rebs are running out of economic power in the grander scheme of the game. And they're running out of men already. Boy, that column sure stretches back a ways, huh? Have ourselves an interesting one. I will sit and I'll just give them the initiative here. See what they want to do. I think we take Cullum's division and bring them over. Let's form them up like so. Oh, looky here, Growl, with the $5 donation. Consider shifting your left flank defense behind the bridge if the CSA makes a push on it. That could end up as a salient line of retreat tightens. The left flank defense behind the bridge? Yeah, correct. Fallback point, if it gets too heavy on this side, is to just give them the victory location and then pull back behind the swamp. Hopefully that doesn't get accomplished with all of these troops eventually breaking. But, you know, we're going to try to outfight them out here. Obviously, they're going to try to move to flank. This is where the battle's going to happen, I feel like, out here. Let's just keep with them. Let's take the cav right here. We don't want to get too overextended, but let's go there. Let's double time with both. Thank you for the $5 super chat. The Growl. Newest member of the Crazy Groggy Nut community here at Alternate History Gaming. And somebody who is going to do a little multiplayer on Scourge with me here soon. I'm happy to let folks who are watching right now on the live stream be the first to know that Growl and I are going to do a little Gettysburg refight. Cannot wait to get to it. Growl, thank you ahead of time for being willing to do it. I think we're going to give, and we're going to be playing his mod, by the way. I should state that. I did that wrong the other night. We got on the DMs after I finished that whole thing talking about how it was the Turning Point mod, and in fact, I had not done it properly. You have to go through the user scenarios, and I went through the base vanilla scenario board, and that just gives you a vanilla scenario to play. And so basically, I had to make some changes to the video product that I had up, the live stream product. I had to trim some things here and there, change the title and description just a little bit. But we are doing a real 2VE PVE playthrough of, I think, that same scenario of Grau and I as Hood's division, and it's going to be a blast, baby. It's going to be a blast. You can bet. Let's form line with Lion. Call him now. Boom, right there. Heinzelman would be the last to come over, but he probably ends up being a rear guard in the worst case. If they blast us backward from here toward the bridge, like you're talking about, new defensive line here. All right. We forgot some guns down here. Damn it. Thank you again, Grau. You are a gentleman and a scholar, sir. So they will just continue to flank at 6:30. That's 2 divisions, 1 or 2. If we'd taken an opportunity to march out and go get them, it would have already passed. So that'll be that. Okay, Bayard. Time to bring him across here. Watch out now. $5 donation from the Meat Cutter says, holy shit, a Gettysburg multiplayer battle. Stop. A man can only get so erect. Look, man, just wait till we play it, bro. And I'll tell you that that's to say, too, that I'm going against, like, I'll go ahead and I'll say this, because it's just, it's worth being said. I've had it on my mind, is I'm going a little bit against the model of the way the tiers are supposed to work with memberships. Grau is somebody who is like, dude, I knew way before I started making any kind of money doing this, and I kind of owe him more than he owes me at all. Like, it's really a gift that he's been able to join on as a member and is willing to financially support the channel. And so he'll get in a multiplayer game. And if we got veteran members who want to jump on and do a multiplayer with me as well, I think we may go ahead and just allow for that opportunity, since we're giving a little special access to one of our newest recruit members on the channel in Grau. I appreciate all of you for kind of being understanding of he and I's history together on that. And just to explain that further, I've got a $20 membership, $20 per month set up in the Grognard Officers Club level of things, where the description says that this is when you're in the Officers Club and we get to do a lot of multiplayer and stuff. So the thing is that nobody signed up for that level yet, and so it kind of doesn't matter. I haven't really actually ironed out what I want to do with that tier. And so, things working out this way works just fine for me. All right, let's get some skirmishers up here, and let's just make sure we get these Rebs holding themselves firmly by the testiculars and thinking what maybe we should do. Get some skirmishers up. Fart with them a little bit here. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, so they're not doing anything over here anymore. Nagel stays posted on this side, and that's fine. We've got a pretty big attack coming this way. These guns need to come forward. Hopefully that's not a fatal mistake. Okay, all of these units need to have skirmishers out. Yup. Okay, now I need them to come up to the edge of the woods. Show of force on this flank. Show of force. Here we go. Thank you for the donations tonight, gentlemen. We always take those super chats, of course. And those of you who have been watching along, you're subscribed to the channel, you're still not a member. We get together, each stream now, and we're just kind of bullshitting and having a good time, man. Grow's on, Cutter's on, Road Dog's in. Guys are just kind of jumping in with conversation about games and other games we've played, maybe some ideas about what videos we could do, streams we could do in the future. Not too late to become a member of the channel. It's as little as $2 a month to be a recruit level member. That just kind of gets you in. Here we go. That's the whole rest of the army there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe divisions of troops. So now we see. Let's bring the skirmishers back now since we don't really know where they are. Cullum, you come on out. First, get your line formed, and then we're going to come out with him right here. Got him stopped. Okay, we're going to get him formed up. Let's go ahead and slow the game a bit. Boop, that's fine. So now we'll have Mansfield straddling the river and Bayard all on this side. I would say we probably should go ahead and shift Heinzelman over and have him kind of here. So we'll start by ordering him up in double line, and he'll change his formation. Let's take Lawler's guns too. Let's bring them here. Shift the defense a bit here. Don't yet know what I want to call this battle. Massive Confederate wave of attackers looks like right here. Oh, okay. Shit. Bring these skirmishers back. Whose are those? Not sure. All right. Got a mob of Rebs over here. Wow. Look at that. I don't see much cav in there. Oh, there's one unit of cav. Okay, got it. Let's take this infantry with Dillon and bring them to here to protect the artillery. We're going to need to double time it, boys. We'll take our division commander and move him up with them. Like that. Let's have these skirmishers come out. Go, go, go. Run. That's all of them, I'm pretty sure. As the battle begins on this side, major field here. We got these woods. I think this is where it's all going to go down, right in here. You're going to have the Rebs deploying out. Going to have our guns moving up there. Good. Cullum. Fantastic. Go ahead. Get on the reverse slope right there. Thank you, sir. Let's get this brigade moved to here. Let's get these skirmishers moved right along with them. And then now, Sanford is going to stay on his defend. Lyon, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait to give him orders. Okay, Heinzelman, time for you to come over here, big guy. We'll leave the artillery in place to harass anything that wants to cross that way. Moore and these guns can now fire at them here. So Nagel's division holds firm here while we await reinforcements from the south right there. Hey, now Growl, look at you, dude. Thank you so much, man. Guys, thank you, man. Growl up to a veteran membership. Okay, here's the deal. On that, hold on just a sec. Went straight. We're going to be able to play the game with fair is fair. I'll need to upgrade next paycheck. Okay. Growl, don't you worry. Don't you worry, man. Don't you worry at all. Don't you worry at all, dude. I like I said, dude, I feel like I owe you more than you owe me. And you've been a huge supporter of mine for a long time, so, you know. Don't you feel bad, man. Not at all. Let's have these boys. Lion, I want them to squeeze a bit. I want them to squeeze a bit and make these Rebs think about what it is they want to do. And then we may order Lion on an attack. But I'd like to really get more of the Rebs committed and thinking that they can do some real damage on this side. Coming straight down the roadway. Maybe use the guns to kind of bait them a little bit. Let's change these guns. Let's bring them out to here. Strong artillery presence here on this left side. Could be a bit precarious. We do have Confederate cavalry over here. Skirmishers, forward. Run. Just gonna get them all stacked up on the roadway there. Road dog. I missed you too, man. Look at that. See? We remember everybody in this community, my friends. We groggy nuts stick together. Okay, Confederate artillery positioned pretty well out here on the flank with Cobb advancing. Let's go ahead, bring the scouts in, dismount, loose order in the woods right here. Let's do the same thing right here. Let's dismount, loose order in the woods, and let's come on the flank here. And should be in a decent spot to repel those Rebs with our cavalry, we hope. Cull them. Can we spit out some skirmishers? Yes, sir. Bango, bango. Right out there. Run, boys, run. Boy, I went back and I watched some of that Crimson Desert stuff from last night when we were doing the fishing. That was some fun time, man, trying to fish. Shoot. Here, let's go double time with these guns. Come on, boys. We gotta speed it up. These troops are folded over well. Good. All right, we'll have ourselves the battlefront on this side right here. I bet you they're going to send a division like right where I have moved troops away from. Here comes this battery right back to there. Cover, defense in depth. They're bringing some of these troops back around, it seems like. One brigade stuck down in the swamp. That's what you want to count on right there. Yeah, baby. All right. Let's get skirmishers back out all along the line right here. Got our Smith carbines. We are in the woods. Got good terrain. I think they're going to just continue to funnel over this way. Let's go ahead and just get on that fence or that roadway right there. Let's send some more skirmishers out front. Who are we shooting at? Can these boys see anything? Not really. But we would be able to enfilade fire any Confederates that come through these woods to attack this side of our line right here. Wonder we can give them somebody as bait. Send these boys forward. Lie down. Lie down here. Oh, shit. Nah, we charge him. Gosh darn it. Well, I think we're going to have to fall back here. Hit them there. Oh, you got a big rebel attack coming straight down the road here. Right down the pike. Hit him. Hit him. They're going to try to crush this side, looks like. We need Heinzelman's troops to try and make a quicker move here. But they're going to walk through the swamp. There you have AI maybe hurting your chances a little bit here. Here they come. That's a lot of Rebs, fellas. That's a lot of Rebs. They've got me a little freaking nervous, I'm not going to lie. Let's go get up with the guns. Go ahead, double time. Let's go. Alright, Lion, get you on an attack stance. These boys here with Dylan, they should be able to hold out pretty well. Confederate cav moving off the right side there. Looks like Nagel's still doing just fine. I think we need to detach one of his brigades. Send it up. Let's make sure these guns are firing where I want them to. Right there. We got these guns firing away now. Ooh. 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 What a fantastic little battlefront we got developing on this side here. With this battle outside Memphis, Tennessee. A lot on the line, fellas. A lot on the line. We got the courier coming to him. I think tell him to attack. I'm not sure. Okay, Cullum. Cullum. Defend. Sanford is defending. Good. We got a micro skirmishers a little bit here. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Ooh, shnikes. Retreat. Get back, Dylan. Get back, get back, get back. Charge there. Double time. Through the woods. Alright, they managed to get out of there. Come on through here if you want, Rebs. Lay down with these skirmishers. Attack with these. Woo, boy! I know, right? Road Dog, you talk about that just about every time. The soothing sounds of musket fire in the evening. Oh man, I'm starting to get cottonmouth over here. Alright, we need you guys. Hey, please shoot at them. Excellent. Please now shoot at them. Or we have them come forward again. Charge move to there. Double time. Okay, good. Okay, we're slowing them down with skirmishers right now. We got Dylan back here laying down. We got artillery out. That's good. We're roughing up their ranks pretty well. Lion over here, still figuring out what he wants to do with his division. He's going to move some troops over this way. Okay. How about we take Woods? Woods gets a random order to move forward. No, 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 no. We're not going to allow this. No, no, no. Retreat to their quote-unquote retreat. And then we're going to get them out there and they're going to lay down. Attack. All right, here we go. Cullum's division is going to move forward on the attack, kind of. Here we go, boys. Oh my goodness, what a crazy firefight we've got on this side right here. Let's send some skirmishers back out. Go, go, go. These boys are going to run. Skirmishers out here. Woods Brigade. Long distance. Now Robinson got his plains rifles out. Probably can't lay him down just yet. And he is taking heavy casualties, it says. Got a lot of revs on the line. Oh, snap. Woods is taking it, too. Lions on the attack. All right, let's lay down with these boys. Oh, they're going to stand up again. They're going to get closer. Here we go, Robinson's brigade. Their plains rifles going to get closer to the enemy despite heavy casualties. Now they're going to fall back. All right, Dillon's going to have to come forward again. Charge move. About 9 o'clock a.m. We do not have our reinforcements yet. We need to repulse this Confederate attack. These boys are tiring. Heinzelman's division. All right. Gross needs to march up to here. Not ready to abandon this position just yet. We may have no choice. Oh, look out here. We got Davis's cav. Gonna try to do a number on these infantrymen. We're going to have Barnes' cav working them too, with the artillery helping Cobb on the far flank. This massive firing line. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at all of those rebel rifles. All right, Lion, you get a screen order now. Cullum, same screen. All right, these guns are going to pull back. We're going to pull them back to the heights. Same here. Pull back. It's just rain and lead. You got that right, my man. It's like rain on the rooftop. Okay, we need to pull back. Got those screen orders out good. We're going to bring the artillery back. This battery here will stay. We'll sacrifice them a bit. These two brigades probably need to get in the action here. And it might have been a mistake to attack on this side with Lion, but he's going to continue doing what he's doing. I don't love how this is going. The Revs have got the numbers. Here comes Heinzelman right in time. Mansfield is going to move himself over here. What are we going to have tonight, boys? Unstoppable rebel attack is what it appears to be. We've just got so many men. Pull on back. Pull on back. They're going to break. Everybody's going to break, darn it. They're broken. Woods is done. That's a lost resilience route. Over 50% casualties out there. Woo! Revs came hard against this flank. Going to have to see if they've got the resilience to stand up to another wave of Union troops with Heinzelman's division. The Army of the Mississippi coming out right here. Lyon's still standing. Cullum is still in the center standing. These guns are on the move. Go, go, go. These guns are going to stand. Very well. Kill as many Revs as you can. Okay, we broke Cobb on the flank. Barnes, time for you guys to mount up. Yep. Cadwalader has sent his last order from this side of the river. He backs up. Davis, get into this forest here. Barnes, same. Just like that. We got to let Lyon kind of get out of this scrape for himself out here for the time being. Probably pull back across the river. We kind of let him come out here with a whole bunch of troops and just pile drive this flank. Don't love it. Don't love it one bit. Fire. Okay, we got a broken unit here. Lyon's going to continue to work the screen. He's an aggressive guy. Heinzelman. We're in a tough spot. Okay, Nagel is going to face some pressure over here, it looks like. We're in a tough spot. We got to screen them. We got to slow them down at this point. We really just have to buy time. Sanford, get on over here. Heinzelman. Yeah, those woods would be fine for your troops. Try to do a defensive stand in the woods right there. I think we've got our commands out to Cullum and Lyon. They're screening like they're supposed to be. Robinson's about to break, though. Cullum, come on back here, man, so that your troops break to you. Might have lost resilience routes, though. That's going to be a problem. We are in serious danger. We need the Army of the Cumberland soon. Quick, quick, quick. Robinson, there he goes. Got a Confederate juggernaut pushing ahead here. Union gunners gone. Well, I don't know, boys. It's not looking too good. When you let the AI just come around the flank with an overwhelming amount of troops, they're going to just go ahead and do it. You know? When you've got the room to just go ahead and do it. I guess a human player might do that too. We have to keep Nagel over here. So we'll end up giving them the objective, I feel like, eventually. We'll see what they want to do about this here. But we took the worst of that. That's for sure. Get back into the entrenchments. Go. Go, go, go. Heinzelman, get out to here. These boys are done for. Off the map. Lyon's division is going to come here. Revs are going to mass over here. Get some skirmishers out. Try to assault the breastworks right there. Heinzelman's troops a little disorganized, pretty darn disorganized as a matter of fact. I would counter-march him. Alright, lost more artillery gun crews. Got a Confederate charge into the works. Uh-oh, right at the guns. Charge him back. Can we push him out of there? Oh, our guns are going to get destroyed, though. Decrewed. Oh, my goodness, fellas. Oh, my goodness. Got it. Gotta try and hold us out. Shaw's brigade. These are some pretty good troops. Fighting hand-to-hand on the breastworks here. Hopes of dispatching these Confederate cowards. Oh my goodness, what a melee right in here. They broke us. Ah, shikes. Okay, Sanford, Nelson, all you boys, you need to come back here in a retreat. All right, Shaw, you can come back here now. Sanford, here. Heinzelman will be here. All right, these boys are broken now. All right, Mansfield's corps comes back across the river. We're going to give them something to worry about right here with Heinzelman and the rest. Please double time. And the cavalry and the rest of Lyons will continue to be a pest, pest over here. That way, whatever they can send at the river won't be that much. This brigade gets into a line again, covers the river crossing right there. Oh my goodness, boys, it's not really even close to 10 a.m. Yeah, boys, my confidence is shaken after this. My confidence is shaken right now. No doubt about it. What are they going to do? Are they going to assign a bunch of troops to come after Heinzelman? That's my question. Heinzelman, you're defending. Stay where you are. Do what you're doing. No. I don't want you guys going there. I want you coming here. Charge move there. Yes. Double time it. Please. Go. Shaw. Keep coming, buddy. Oh, crap. All right. Bedford. Bayard's court. We need to bring him back across too. Scattered to the wind, by God. We're not ready to give it up yet. Our losses are significant, though. We've lost more than them, and our percentage is higher in a bloody battle over here. Holy smacks. Broken. Nelson. Not a lost resilience route, though, so he'll route across the river. And I suppose that'll be just fine. Okay, Lyon's going to come back here. Davis. We're going to dismount you again. Same with Barnes. And we're going to bring you to link into the left. Right there and there. Should be able to hold a line behind the river, but again, like you say, we'll see if they decide to turn and fight going this way. I'm thinking there's a chance. They may not do it in as coordinated a way as they need to. We shall see. But we will have artillery up here that can hit them. Let's move this artillery to here. These guys can continue to bang away. The rest of Nagel's division stays. And we'll get into a battle right here. Right at the edge of the swamp. Jackson's Confederate brigade comes forward at Heinzelman. He's going to run into a hornet's nest in here. Come on up here, General. Woo, Jackson's Confederate's going to come right up on him. All right, we got good defensive positions. We're getting hit hard by artillery, but I think we're going to be causing them heavy casualties right out there. I think we're going to be all right. Yeah, right, Cutter? You gotta fudge those reports from time to time. We were just trying to get them to try to get us across the river, you know. That was the idea. The other option would have been is to just set up a defensive line right here, let them take the victory point, and just hit them with artillery from right here. But I figured that would be kind of boring, so I decided against doing that. That probably would have been the thing to do, though, to guarantee a win. I don't see them moving aggressively from here down toward the crossing, though. So there is that. The people they have to fight are still these guys that are isolated out here. And now when we come up on noon, we'll be getting our reinforcements. The question will be, I mean, I think it's pretty easy. We got 2 fresh divisions that are going to come hold a line across this side of the river. We kind of can't retreat. And here's the other problem, is if we allow them to take the victory location, then the burden of attack will be on us. Here's what will help us. These bluffs and all the artillery that we could concentrate against the objective point if the Confederates come all the way down to take it. That is what could become kind of our saving grace with it. Little stop-start on the recording there. All right, you see a couple of fresh Confederate brigades are going to come up this way. Got Jackson pulling back. Reb's been bloodied pretty good on this. Once we get our reinforcements in, then our percentage of losses goes back down considerably, and they may indeed have a higher level of percentage loss than we have, potentially. So that'll kind of get us set again. Oh, we broke them. Awesome. Okay. Heinzelman just hanging in these woods right here. Imposing. What a battle, man, huh? This has been kind of fun. I'm going to have to take a minute here, I think. Take the opportunity to refill the drink. I think I'm going to switch over to, I'll probably shoot a quick coffee again, recaffeinate as it were, and then hit an NA beer, mason jar NA beer, and take things from there as the battle continues out here east of Memphis. Let's let this thing keep playing. We'll watch them kind of decide what they're going to do next while I run and refill the drink. Don't panic. All right. So I see that they have made their decision. All right, we got Kearney's brigade still here. Wilkerson is going to try us. We're looking pretty good right here, though. Here comes more Confederate infantry, those two fresh brigades. We're going to try to come across this ford right here. And all we got's Gross and his mixed muskets. Fantastic. We're going to need to get Shaw rallied and quick. Let's get Lions skirmishers over here. Yeah, we're doing a pretty good job slicing these boys up. Skirmisher's going to deploy to defend this side right here. Retreat move there is fine. Heinzelman's division will be kind of left to its own devices over this way with the help of Lyon's troops. Let's just tuck them in right there. What are we looking at here? We're going to be moving toward... Okay. There we go, boys. All right. The Army of the Cumberland arrives with almost all of its strength. They're coming on now. Okay. Whew. So let's look at that real quick. Let's just confirm. So we're down to 21% losses now. That's going to go down further as we get more troops confirmed on the map, though. My division is withdrawn. The rear. Okay. Yep. Okay, we're putting Nelson back together, bit by bit. Let's move him here. Remnants get to go there and here. As Heinzelman holds on this side. This fight developing into a really interesting little counter-move situation across a pretty wide battlefront, divided by this swampy area here. As the Rebs take the objective, like they've got to be down here. They have to put troops down here. Face this way, boys. Fire this way. But with Heinzelman over here and with Lyon and the cavalry over here, they can't just stay, and then our artillery's firing into them here. And I would burn up a whole bunch of their ammo doing bombard down here, but I just don't think that would be wise. Fire. Fire. Right here. 12-pound field guns, 10-pound Parrott rifles, 14-pounder James rifles right here. That's going to be our new frontline weapon, I think. Mansfield. Going to stay on this side of the river. We don't get the corps commander killed. Sanford's division remains somewhat intact under Bayard. Or no, Sanford. Is he under Mansfield? Who is his corps commander? Mansfield, yeah. Lyon demoralized. It says. Got a lot of disorganized Confederate troops on this side here. Some broken ones. Their cav kind of coming back. So, we've managed to solidify a defensive position right near the crossing. Let's lie down. All across the line. Sanford's division still alive. Nagel remains. Heinzelman over here. Bayard's corps is basically down to Lyon and his 1 brigade. Bayard's corps has basically been wrecked in this battle. Big attack. D's brigade. Fresh troops that came from that side of the battle front. Now I'm going to make it hard on us. We got a nice defense in depth over here. It's going to be hard to drive us out of these woods, man. But see that it's kind of the beauty of the thing in the end. They have to deal with us. They can't just come straight across. I think we're going to be all right. I think we're going to be all right. Whew, yeah, hey, man, this thing's gotten hairy for sure. Let's have Veal just bring his whole army over. Bingo. Come on. And make it snappy. So now that we've got everybody, how are we looking? Yeah, now we're down to 19%. Casualties about even. This is a nasty little fight out here in the west, but we really can't take a loss and a forced retreat here. We need to secure a win. Seems like this could be a tough one to actually win in this day. I might have to move this one on into yet a 3rd day of battle. Let's lie these boys down. Augur's brigade out here has been doing great. Oh, nope, they want to stay standing. All right. Let's have these boys just advance to here. Will they do it? Nope. Their AI is... Okay. So they're not going to let us micro here. See the Revs starting to put a line back together, stretching up to the Rosenberry farm. And they know we have our reinforcements on now. The AI just kind of intuitively knows it. The question will be for us to figure out exactly what it is we want to do here coming up. I mean, are we going to storm the bridge and retake the victory location, question mark? I don't know. This is an interesting battle over here. Let's go 2 times. Fall back. Augur's still confident out here. He's going to continue to fight it out with every Confederate brigade that comes forward. What a fight. They're getting nailed by artillery too, I'm pretty sure. Woo! Can't get any more skirmishers out. How about from here? Let's send some flankers out to help Augur's brigade. Run. We can spare his his brigade, but the more casualties that we take in spots where we don't need to, the worse off we'll be, because the percentage of casualties is so close, right? We're within a hair of just getting an automatic retreat result where we have to leave the battlefield for there being so many casualties. Okay, now we're going to fall back. Good move. D's brigade making a little progress for the Rebs into the woods against Heinzelman. Just kind of keeping the combat front alive. I would say, is there a chance for us to run out with one of these cavalry brigades? I think maybe so. I don't want to get him routed, but Barnes with his Smith carbines, we're going to come out here. We're going to charge these guys down. Here we go. Double time it, boys. Little gun hunt, little cavalry raid. Sure. As we continue to hold in the woods here. The rest of the army quickly marching. They got a long way to go. The Army of the Cumberland, hopefully marching to our rescue soon. This is, how many fresh men? About 10,000 fresh men, 37 guns. The remainder of the forces that we have outside Memphis. It took a little while for Veal to get his troops moving. They had been in decent shape after our recent fights, but took him a little longer to get him going. Couldn't get to the battlefront until today. He could be the key to a Union victory. Here we go. Into the guns, boys. Excellent. Yes, charge them. In melee. Take them all out. Take them all out. Charge them. Stay in melee. This noon charge by Barnes' brigade. Gonna take out some more Confederate artillerymen. Call that sacrifice. Here we go. Charge these boys. They're gonna be routing. Barnes, man, look at this. Rebs didn't see this coming. Yes, sir. We're going to make them pay out here, baby. Let's go. Barnes, brave bushwhackers. Chase them down. They're tiring. Oh, we got more guns we can charge right here. Let's go. Okay, we'll have this brigade auger pull back. We'll run up against a fresh one here in Lavelle. Let's have these skirmishers lay on down. Bingo. Open up with the brigade and back. I love that, man. Beautiful. And we'll probably do that a time or two as these two brigades try to sort themselves into the woods here. Put pressure on. Barnes' Cav continues to wreak havoc in the rebel rear. Fantastic, boys. They are very tired now. Let's go ahead and let's bring them back. Retreat. Good raid. Good raid. Nice job, Barnes, boys. Heath continues to flounder over here in the swamp as Nagel hangs tight at that crossing there. We don't want to let them come across. We've got plenty of troops up here now to hold, I think. Feel pretty good about it. Whew, man, oh man. things get tight again. We shall see. Here we go. We got 2 fresh brigades, or newly rallied, and another maybe coming. Here we go, Kearney's brigade. Why don't we... No, I don't want to do that. Let's just get some skirmishers out here and here. And for Kearney. This has been a good one, dude. I like this battle. I like this battle. This has been kind of a, it's been a challenge. You know, it's something I set up to be more interesting than just camping at the objective across the river. You know, setting up the defensive line behind the river to begin with. That's probably what I would have done had this been me streaming 3 or 4 months ago. But not today. So they're just going to continue to poke and prod. Lay it down. Open up from behind. Go, go, go. There we go, boys. Exactly. These skirmishers, come out. Run there, please. And then the only thing now is just to get our troops. I mean, I, of course, would be tempted to move them all the way into the rear of the rebel army. Now that's an idea. Huh. I don't know. I'll put it to you guys in the chat. I don't know. What do you think? Best to get them up here, stacked up around this area here, with a bunch of artillery firing down at the objective. Let Heinzelman figure things out with the Cav and Lions troops on this end. Question mark? Or would we put ourselves in too close of a... I mean, the problem is time. The problem is time either way. We wouldn't have much time. We wouldn't have enough time to actually make this attack work before I think these Rebs apply enough pressure on to break Heinzelman's troops and maybe trigger a retreat. That's what I'm thinking right now. Beautiful. There we go. Let's get these guys back off their horses again. Augur reforms. Could get a little crazy and take Gross's brigade. Across the river. Why not? Hit him. Hit him. Keep hitting him. He'll get his orders. Now, even though he's detached, I guess he's still got to wait. Yeah, timing is the problem. You got it, Cutter. It's like there's no way that the best chance I've got to kill more of them than they kill of me is to get artillery crowded on these bluffs, hammering the objective, and our reinforcements have all the artillery that we're going to need to do that. And then if we can sneak Sanford's division with Gross attached back across the river and put some pressure on from this direction, I mean, shoot, get up against this stream, try to cross it and challenge the objective. Wouldn't be bad. You're saying maybe go across here with Nagel? Well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what we should do. Let's just get in the Reb killing business over here is what let's do. Right? No, I want to go with you guys. I want to go here. No, I don't want you crossing there. Oh, there's no pontoon bridges. That's right. So they'll come across over here. Okay, so we'll go here. We're just going to get in the Reb killing business over here is what we're going to do. We're just going to get in the Heath Reb killing business because this is the only place we can cross. He is guarding this crossing for them. So if we can kill a bunch of them, get them to run off, yeah, bring Nagel across, march him up through these woods and squish him. I think you got an idea there. Skirmishers out again. Rebs have one battery left up here. I think some infantrymen took it over. Barnes is stable. (1:04 p.m.) All right, let's force a quality brigade across. Right here. Go. So let's cross there. Let's have these guns come over and get set up. Stay right about there. All right, we got our rookies going across here. Gross's brigade, come fire at the rear of these ribs. Gross's brigade's attack just past 1 p.m. Let's do it. And then follow with Veal's army. I think you're on to something, dude. Take the trail. I think you may be on to something. Okay, we broke him. Fantastic. So, now, Nagel. Let's just take them all. Oop. Right there. Moore's guns. We'll keep them here. I want the guns to go pretty much all over here. So, we'll keep them going where they're going. And by the way, let's take a look at the OOB. Ah, shoot, we've got artillery. Okay, fine. The divisional artillery will have to just go. So Wallace's division will cross up here and deploy here. And Wood's division will do the same, cross and deploy here. Okay, so some of them are going to cross here. Kind of don't have a choice but to let it go now. Now we gotta hope. We gotta hope a little. Lavelle fell back. Time for Kearney to come forward. Skirmishers holding the line. Gross. Here's Gross's attack. In town. Bronsroth's Ford. Gonna lay some Confederates down, baby. Again, a little risky for us to do a thing like that, but I feel like it's necessary at this point. And we should send Veal. The problem is, yeah. We should send him with these troops. Let's send him here. Fantastic battle we've got going here. I love battles like this. Yeah, we'll just continue to fire on him there, I think. Let's go ahead and bring Sanford across. Go ahead, boys. Push. Let's try to get him in a bind down here. Hit him. Do it. Do it some more. We need to get to the end of this day without a retreat. That's what we need. And right now, I think we're in a situation where it's going to be a bit of a stalemate until we can make this flank attack happen with the rest of our army. We'll wrap around. We'll start deployed out kind of along this trail, and then we're going to just try to crush him right here. And we may end up having to do it on the morrow here in game. Press out of the woods on the left. Give him the skeer. Ooh, I don't think I've got the strength to do it. I like where your head's at. I don't think I've got the strength to actually do it, but let's see. Let's have Carney get crazy and advance if he'll do it. Lavelle's back. Want to believe we're giving him the skier back here. We're doing pretty good. Look at Gross with his mixed muskets, inflicting quite a few more casualties than he's taken out here. Nice. Okay, here they go. Skirmishers. Advance. There we go. Opening up with Carney's brigade, which is going to come forward. Excellent. Carney's brigade is going to take its place now in a bloody, terrible, forested swamp strewn with the dead and dying as this part of the battle continues to unfold, both sides poking and prodding. And this is where the Union may have found itself a nice little advantage. Here comes Sanford's troops to save this part of the line. Oh my gosh, we've got one break. Yes! Carney's counterattack! Carney's counterattack comes in. Clutch! Get out of here. Yes, sir. Who is that? Cutter? My man. My man. There we go. We're breaking them now. Hell, we didn't even need the reinforcements, man. Let's go. Let's go. Take the victory location back. Let's drive them off with Gross's and Sanford's counterattack. Cadwalader across the river over here can't believe what he's seeing after all of the morning's action and discouragement. He sees his boys surging forward and the enemy running for the hills. Could it be? Oh my goodness. Forward. Sanford. Get over here with your boys. Yeah. There you go. Attack. Attack, by God. Attack. 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 Get off. Get after him. Attack. The order is given. Hey, 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 there we go. Gross continues his punishment of the enemy advance. Look at this glorious change of circumstances. Here we go, taking the objective back. What the hell? Okay, boys. Okay, boys. How about that? That feels pretty good. That feels pretty darn good. Ooh, baby. Let's advance on them. Let's advance on them. All the way across the line here. Let's try to get aggressive. They've still got some guns here, which we'll send forward. Some troops to deal with. Look at the Army of the Mississippi on the counterattack on this bloodied side of the battlefield where they'd lost ground. We're going to retake it again. Probably half of the army lying dead on the field already. The sacrifice of the Union men holding before will not have been in vain as the men pushed back the Confederate onslaught. This is fantastic. A cool back and forth battle with a resilient enemy AI that brought this army forth once again following our capture of Memphis. I'll tell you this, after this thing's over with, we're gonna be sequestered in Memphis for quite a while. With both of these armies, we're probably going to have to start building up defenses, entrenchments and forts and stuff. So, you know, that's how it's going to be. Got a new Confederate brigade coming down the road. Going to try to hold us up. Jackson's reformed there. Maybe they're going to try to push and retake. Lavelle's back to confident. Back up to the edge of the woods, boys. Lyon, get on up here with your troops. Alright. Barnes' cavalry gets to fall back while we advance here. And there. Get some skirmishers out to go deal with these artillerymen. Here. Run there, boys. Get up in this field. Sanford's going to retake his old position. We're going to push guns back across once again. And Bub's your uncle. We'll retake the damn position, baby. Bayard's going to come over to Lyon. Run over and give him the biggest, baddest hug that he can. Mansfield's going to come across. Could we have an unlikely victory? Go attack them, please. Thank you. 2:15 p.m. The Revs appear to have 1, 2, 3 fresh brigade. 1, 2, 3 fresh brigades coming forward. Oh, we stirred them up. We stirred them up now. Oh, what are we gonna get this time, boys? What are we going to get this time? Should we not have brought up the guns? Get up there against the entrenchments. Go, go, go. Double time. Yeah, that's good. Gross. Yeah, that's good. Come on, these skirmishers need to do what I'm telling them over here. Damn it. They're not going to do it. Lyon's going to let him just lay there. All right, we're bringing the guns across. Quick. Let's reset right here. We got the other 2 batteries going. Good. Come on, boys. Holy smokes. Yeah, dude. You get the... Yeah, that feels good. After all of that, after a full day of things going the way that they've gone. Ooh, they're firing from the heights up here down on me here. That's no fun. Change our facing here and here. Let's be ready to fight. All right, this thing's not over yet, boys. We just managed to push back across the river again. That's progress. But they still have quite a few. I think they've got at least another division back here. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. It'll be good that we're still bringing artillery over here. Wow, they got a division here, another one here that's like pretty well recovered. Oh, wow, what a dynamic battle here. I wonder if we'll manage to take this thing into the next day. Because between the 2 armies, what are we looking at? Holy smokes. Okay, they're up to 26% of their army down. So if they don't make a last-ditch attack right now or very soon, well, they don't have to do it right now. I think we pull back to here and here. Sorry, boys. Hate to give up those breastworks again, but this field right here, I'm fine with them attacking that field if they want. Let's have this brigade jump back in the woods with all the corpses. Change facing here. You boys lay down. Cavalry continues to hold on the far flank out this way. The remnants continue to hold sway on this side of the river for now. All right, I'm going to take Broadhead's brigade. They're kind of out on their own. This will be a random, bit of a random. So his division commander is Nagel. Okay, I see. So he was going to try to go around this way. So Broadhead instead is going to be detached. And I'm going to bring him in right here. Now what's left of our 2 armies will be facing off once again over this bloody battlefield, with these woods and this field right here being the 2 spots I'm willing to entertain another major firefight. Lion, get out of harm's way, would you? Bayard, you're with Lion. Stay with him. Looks like Gross is going to move ahead. He's going to try to go for these guns right here, looks like. Whew, man, this is cool stuff, dude. This is fun. Didn't think that this battle would take up the whole stream like this. Curious to see what ends up happening here, man. My guess is a stalemate develops. I'm not in any shape to actually attack. I'm just kind of not. You're not supposed to give the enemy any rest. It's just that our troops need rest. So Morgan's brigade is fresh. Augur is not. Kearney is not. Gross is pretty fresh. And the rest of Sanford's troops are fresh enough. They just have fresh enough, 3 more brigades of fresh enough, and 2 more brigades of fresh enough here. They would be tricking me into an attack at this point. As we open up across the field with our artillery. Let's go. Hit them. Here too. Oh my God, the 3-inch ordnance rifles. They've got range, don't they? Hit that. Nagel's getting a little caught up in the swamp, and I'll tell you something. That's making me wonder if I shouldn't reconsider this. It'll be a fun story to tell anyway, how the Army of the Cumberland just fudged its way through this entire battle, and 2/3 of the Army of the Mississippi was all that was left to fight the entire Confederate Army. You know, that ends up being the narrative beat of it. Yeah, right. If we get to another day, we're going to be changing things around, redeploying. I think we'll probably dig some brand new entrenchments and set a new line. If we get another day of battle, probably going to have to wait to fight it for the next stream, most likely. But I'll want to schedule that sooner rather than later for sure. See, here you go. See these guys? They're having a real hard time getting across here. They are very tired now. I think we need to call off the move that we were planning. Oh shit. I don't think we can. Unless we... Oh shit. Okay, we need to... Here's what we need to do. We need to go stop. Stop. All right, here they may make a move against the left. All right, where are we at here? 27 and 24. Wow. What a battle this has been, guys. This has been something else. And after this battle, kind of to your point there, Cutter, is the different accolades and promotions that we might have with this army will be pretty interesting. I like those administrative moves that you get to make in this game. Again, kind of crafting your own army. All right, they're loading up for something over here. There's 1 brigade, there's 2, there's some artillery. Okay. Okay, this cavalry is going to need to pull back into the woods, I'm pretty sure. There's really not a lot we can do about it. Okay, Wallace stopped. Good. Now, bring him here. Wood. Here. Veal. Up with Cadwallader there. Your partner in crime in this campaign. I would say we need to probably have Augur's brigade come here to reinforce this part of the line. Look at Gross. He's just going to come right at him over here. Gross. Biting off a little more than he can chew, maybe. Okay, so they're not going to oblige the attack in the wheat field over here. We're going to have to move up on them a little bit and put some pressure on this side of their line. We can't just let them fold us up over here because that's what they're going to try to do. This is a big afternoon last-ditch attack by the rebel AI. We could be in trouble, boys. Let's go. Let's get skirmishers out. Attack him. Attack him. Attack him. Gross. You got the right idea out here, but I don't know. Kearney's brigade. Lavelle and Kearney. Come on. You boys here. Yeah, open up on them. Open up on them. Go, go, go. Rebs are going to charge out here. Got some cavalry scouts coming forward. Ooh! Ooh! The battered left side of our army now under assault by a seemingly superior Confederate force. Gross is going to hang tight right there. I think we should counterattack. No, don't come out of the woods yet. Don't come out of the woods yet. Go ahead. Oh, crap. Auger over here is malfunctioning a little bit. All right, we're opening up there. Really should get ourselves... Okay, here we go. Lavelle's going to try to attack him. These skirmishers need to come out here. Kearney needs to come out. Broadhead is across. He needs to come out, attack with Gross. Sanford needs to come out and attack. We have no choice. Cadwalader is going to get his troops on the attack to meet force with force and fight fire with fire on this end. This desperate engagement gets ever more desperate. Oh my God. What are we going to get now? As these two armies have been bashing against one another all damn day. Two fresh brigades. Wheeler, Hunton, and Yulker. With Cummings in support, you still got Rebs over here that could pose a problem. Two Confederate divisions up. Shaw's back. Nobody's in defenses. Gross here is going to charge. Heavy artillery support back here. Gross on the charge into a melee. Come on, boys, push him off. Good thing we got Broadhead out to follow us up. Attack. Attack. Oh my God, a bloody and terrible melee ensues right here in the center. Oh, a desperate fight. Outside Memphis, Tennessee. We're going to rout them. Yes, sir. Oh, my God. Okay, you boys. Lay down. Okay, they'll stand back up. Gross. Charge. Keep it going. Gross's brigade. Right up through the cannons. Oh, that charge breaks them. Well, thought we might have been able to do it. Got Broadhead up, though. Managed to push Cummings back. Here we go. And we should be able to hold here. Looks like we're doing okay in the woods. Let's get some guns in on that brigade there. I think we've blunted this Confederate assault on this side. Holy smacks. Whew. Good fighting over here. What? Please change your facing. Thank you. Alright, we need to take their AI off. Broadhead, buddy. Got broken troops there. Oh my gosh, he's not going to change facing. Jeez. Let's get these skirmishers up. Can you come out here and shoot for me, boys? Can you do it? Nope, they won't do it. Alright, Carney's got to come out. Let's make sure, Lion, let's get you on an attack real quick. Alright. And then Carney, come on. Charge, move out. Back and forth across this field of battle. You might call it the Antietam of the West. What a desperate struggle. The Army of the Cumberland can't get here soon enough. We're breaking. Nelson, retreat. Broadhead. Gotta pull back, guys. Pull back. Shit. Got ourselves in trouble over here. Here they come. They're going to be able to take it back again. Alright, artillery, we got to saddle up. Come on. Come on, boys. Retreat. Got to saddle it up. Retreat. Let's go. Limber. Limber up. Retreat. Oh, we got Jackson to push. Oh, nice. Broadhead's still good. Nelson, they're going to hang on to breastworks, I guess. Not for long. Off they go. We need to go double time right here. Alright. Sanford's broke. Both brigades broke now. As the tide turns once again. We push back these Confederates, but we got more coming. We may have a lost resilience situation for the whole army as Lucas remains floundering across the swamp crossing over here. Gross Guards Rifle Brigade indeed. We have serious problems on our hands, I do believe. Okay, they're broke here. But they got a couple of brigades still coming. Heinzelman's division continues to hold over here. They have been doing fantastic. Bayard still with Lyon. Lyon up here, go. Broadhead's doing fantastic on this side for now. But he is in rough shape. There goes Fulkerson. Carney! No way out here. Broken. Could it be? No way out here, man. Get out of here. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't think there's been a better one than that. I don't think there's been a better one than that. I don't think there's been a better one than that I've fought all campaign long. I don't know. I don't know. Ay, ay, ay. We had to win that. Wow. What a freaking battle. With Rebs that just wouldn't quit in an army that was damn near vanished and unalived. Good Lord. We just barely ended up pushing them over the edge. Woo! Holy smokes, man. That is nuts. Mount up, boys. If we'd have lost that and we'd have been kicked out of Memphis, I don't know how things would have gone, honestly. What I feared was that the game would essentially route us against the river to be smashed. Oh. Rebs see that our reinforcements are here. But here we have the remnants of that fight all across. I mean, what's that? That's probably about 3/4 mile long stretch of battlefront all along this side of the line here. Golly, that was fun. Holy smokes.
I'll kill the coward who runs.
Yeah, that was a close one. That was a close one. Just back and forth as ever, man. I haven't had too many of those yet in Grand Tactician. There have been, I would say there have been a handful, like 3 or maybe 4 battles that have gone like that. The Battle of Greenwood Heights sticks in my head, which is kind of more recent. Honestly, my very first battle ever, the Battle of Grigsby's Farm, which you can go back and watch I think it's the 2nd episode of the entire campaign series. That one went all the way to the wire in the evening time even. And then you have the Battle of Columbia South, which I just released. That was awesome. I had a great time playing that one. And then this one. There are 2 others. There's one that was also a Western battle where I ended up winning, where I pushed hard on flank that I didn't really think I would be able to turn very well. And I ended up turning it and winning the battle handily with a smaller army. I was really proud of that victory. That one was also on the Shiloh battlefield. That was the final victory to kind of open up the road to Memphis at long last for our armies out here in the West. That was a real good win. But it wasn't in very much doubt. Once I got on that flank and I was able to kind of turn it and push it, I was able to get guns up and finish the job in kind of a methodical fashion, and it was never really in doubt like a battle like this was. So props to the game makers for giving me a good time, and hopefully for you too tonight. Oh, my word. My word. All right, let's go ahead. Let's bring it up to times 20. It's fine. Let them run off. They're going to have to head back into Mississippi and lick their wounds, try to figure out what they're going to do next. Beautiful, boys. They end the day with about 9,000 casualties. We end the day with about 9,000 casualties. 2 equally opposed armies there. Although our artillery once again outweighed theirs by a good bit. That was the case in history too. Whew. Man. Sometimes you just have too much dang fun playing in this game. Jeez. Oh, that's too good, dude. That's too good. Too much fun, man. Holy smokes. It's a good thing I was caffeinated for that whole deal. Was that fun or what? We're going to be in good shape outside of Memphis now, but when I say good shape, I mean the South is going to have to run south for a while, and they'll probably come back and hit us again. We're going to have to set up shop in Memphis, and we're going to have to dig in tight as a tick. Probably build a fort. Probably keep our Navy nearby. The consequences of this battle for our Army mean it probably isn't going to be able to move forward anytime real soon, and we're probably going to be looking at another battle in July or August when the Confederate Army has recovered its readiness and received replacement troops, replenishes, and comes at us again. We're probably going to have to reinforce this army out west. We need to get more artillery down this way. There's going to be more for us to do as we get back into the campaign map. I'm eager to start getting going on some more coastal operations. I can't wait till we get there. Whew. Managed to grind out a victory. I'm not over it yet. Holy shit. But I think that's probably going to do it for the stream tonight, gents. That took up the whole thing, huh? How about that? We'll get back to Grand Tactician coming up probably this weekend sometime. But we've got Crimson Desert again tomorrow night. Please join me for that, guys. It's really just a fun, little relaxing time. It's a beautiful game to look at. Even if you just got it going in the background with my commentary, I think it's a fine experience. You could ask some of the fellows that are members that have chimed in here in the chat tonight. I believe that they would agree. Join me for that tomorrow starting at 9 p.m. Central Time. Friday night, it's me and Grau in a multiplayer match with Scourge of War Gettysburg Remastered and his Turning Point mod. Let's see how we do in probably the toughest scenario in the entire Scourge of War Gettysburg game, in my opinion anyway. I can't wait to get with Grau on that. That's going to be a whole lot of fun, guys. Again, Friday night starting about 9 p.m. Central Time. It'll be good to do that one. Can't wait until then. Fellas, I'll remind you one last time to hit that thumbs up button for me. Remember the name, Bank 60s. It's Alternate History Gaming. Subscribe to the channel. Hype the streams and the videos. And don't forget to jump in and comment as well. And I'll see you guys